Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Now tonight's pour is going to be a special pour. It's going to be a car themed one, but it is going to be a piece that's going to be donated to a worthy cause. And it's being donated to the Twisted Foundation. If I remember, I'll try to put their a link uh, in the description below. Um, but I've done a couple pieces for them last year at their big fundraising. Um, They're having theirs on December 9th from 12 to 4 in Greenfield, Indiana at the Hancock County Fairgrounds. And as you know, Greenfield is kind of my home turf. I don't live in Greenfield. I live in the county that it's in, and I work. My wife and I both work there, and then that's also where I teach my class. So that's where it's going to be. And so I met these two guys, and I did a skateboard. They brought me a skateboard and some Hot Wheels. And so I did one for them last year on a skateboard. I did another piece of one of the cars, and then they gave me a few extra cars just to do with whatever I wanted to do, which is awesome. And so I've done a few pieces with the ones they gave me. So this time I'm doing another skateboard, which they brought to me, and I'll be painting that tomorrow night. But tonight I want to get this one done because it will actually be done in time. Well, they'll both be done in time, but I'm hoping that they'll be able to come by and pick up at least one of them, and then I can get them the other two pieces. If not, we can meet somewhere, and I'll drop those off for them. So the two cars that they gave me, because they gave me a whole box, another box of cars, and also this 10-pack of cars. So I need some cars to work with, because I don't have enough already, right? So anyway, we're going to go with this 55 Chevy. Look at the flames on that thing. And we're going to have a second car on there. So we've got this Corvette also with some flames on it. Now, what they wanted me to do is kind of have them racing. So I'm not sure which one we're going to do. Maybe we'll put this one ahead because they want this one popping a wheelie. So it's really taken off. And then this one will be there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a black background, and we're going to have flames coming out both of those. Now, I had to figure out a way to get the car to prop up. So I came up with a couple ideas. I have this little piece here that's from the Star Trek USS Enterprise that comes with it. So you can put it's like a stand, so you can put that on there. So I thought, hey, I could put the car on that, kind of glue it underneath there. Excuse me. So now I kind of want it to be really not be seen. So what I did was I took part of the, the Hot Wheels, where the Hot Wheels sits in the, you know, the Hot Wheels sits in this plastic part. So I cut the end of it off. I just cut the end of it off, which was this, but then I cut part of that off, and then I kind of angled it. So I took it out just before I started, and I spray painted it black because we're going to have a black background. And then I'm going to super glue it to the bottom of this so it'll be stay there when I set it into the resin. And it'll be black, so hopefully you won't really be able to see it with the black background. So that's what we're going to do. So naturally, we're going to do black background, and then we're going to use red, orange, and yellow, probably some white for the flames. All of those are Artist Loft, except for the orange is Master's Touch. So all we got to do is mix the paints, well, just the black because I already have all the other colors mixed, and then we can get started. All right, as you can see, we've got the black down. So I've got my bottles of paint here. So we're going to layer red first, then orange, then yellow, and then some white on it. We're going to make 2 rows, And I think I'm just going to blow this out with a straw, so I don't want to be... So we want one to be ahead of the other one. All right. I'll put this one over here. There we go. Yellow. Well, we got a little right there. White. Well, maybe I will. Will I do it? Oh, I don't know. Sorry. All right, now to get the effect in there. So we'll have this one here with it raised up. And this one there. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Just kind of push those back down in there. All right, let's do this side. All right, so we'll have these two here. Oh, yeah, it's gonna look good. Awesome. So all we have to do is wait for this to dry. I will get that little contraption set into the car, and then when this dries, we can get it resin and set those two cars in there and have a great piece. Hopefully raise a lot of money. All right, so before I resin this, I just wanted to show you what I did. I actually got a, like I think I explained in the earlier video, I got a piece of, let's see if I can get it here, just part of the plastic part that the car sits on in the packaging. So I cut it and then I painted it black, just so it would not show up real well. And then I glued it to the bottom of this. Now, yeah, it did glue to it, and I could get it to stay up like this, but then it was tipping. So I didn't want it to tip into the resin, so I actually super glued the very back of it right here on the bottom, on the underside of it, and glued it on there. Now I don't want to mess with it too much because it should stay, but so I'm getting ready to resin it, and so I will put the resin on and I will get it around there. But I just wanted to kind of give you a quick little video of what I've done. So let's see if I can get under there. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it is under there. And then we will get it resin. All right, so it has dried, and we've got the car on there. Here's the other car, It's going to go right there, like that. We've got 7 ounces of Promise epoxy, 3.5 the hardener, 3.5 of the epoxy. So I'm trying to get it to where it's not a whole lot around there, but I want some around there. I definitely don't want to get it on the card, but we have to be very careful around it. Because I have had some cars that I put on there earlier on in when I started doing these, and I tried to put a couple of them on their sides so you could actually see the, like this, so you could see the car, and they kept tipping over into the resin. It was not pretty. I ended up fixing it, and actually it was a nice looking piece. The fire on it was really good. It was a little different from what I do now, but it was pretty good, and it was actually going to be a present, and then it got kind of knocked over, and the resin cracked on it, and I tried to fix it, and I couldn't. So it's hanging up on my wall because I would not sell something like that. So I need to get resin under here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it with this stick. I'm going to use this other stick. Get it off there. Yeah, there we go. Because that's. So I'm going to drag some resin into that, because we want to get it all in there, all up against the car. So we can get it. Boy, that makes that slick. All right, I'm just making sure we get a good coat of resin in there. All right. Put that away. Now we can finish getting it on the edges. All right, I think I got it spread enough that we can start torching it. I have to be a little careful around the car because I don't want to burn the car. And that is plastic underneath there that's holding it up, so I don't want to burn the plastic either. a little too much on there. From this angle sitting down, I couldn't see all those bubbles that were right there until I stood up, so I had to get them. But yeah, it was a little too much heat. So I think we just about got her here, but I'm gonna check it. Oh, there's still some bubbles in there. It's funny how you think it just looks clear, and then you go over it a little bit more with the torch, and you still see them popping, and it's like, where are all these bubbles coming from? These air pockets. The reason that I torch it so much is because I do not want any of those to show once it dries. It does pay off to not have those in there. Get those little pieces of lint or whatever that is floating around. I don't know, some dust mites. Come on. Alright, I think it's getting to where it's not. Gosh. All right. This section right here just one more time. Set this car in. Right there. All right. Oh yeah. I think this turned out really well. I was a little concerned about getting it to stand up like this, but I think it turned out pretty well. I might incorporate that into some other paintings in the future. I'm just looking it over. Something right there. This is why you want good lighting to be able to show. They get a good glare on it so you can see these little, I don't know what they are. All right, I think we're going to call it good. All right, hit the like button if you like this one. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of how it turned out and if you like that or not. And as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. help us out. Help us out a little bit. Like a little spot right there. Let me check it real quick. All right. Now I think I'm done. Thanks for watching.